So ranks just reset, and whether it's Season 2 or Season 18, one thing is always on everyone's mind. What now? How should we climb? How should we do this? Should we play at all? Even what characters should we play? And in this episode of Shoddy's Yap Session, we're going to answer all those questions. And if you guys are new here, this is the series where I yap about a topic and you turn me on in the background while you do something else. Or, if you really want to, you can watch the mid-gameplay. Let's get right into it. Now, the first thing before everything else, should you play or should you wait? First, let's go into why you should wait. The number one thing right away, especially if you played some people were plat players, and now plat is bronze 3 or bronze something, depending on what part of plat you're in. That's terrible, right? If you're a good player and someone else you know is an actual bronze 3, it's going to be hell on earth for most bronze players because there's nothing you can do. A rank disparity like that's going to be really, really hard to deal with. So if you were on the lower half of ranks, most of you guys, I would recommend you don't play because at the start of the season, it's already a coin toss. It's who gets the better team, who doesn't. And especially if you were on the lower end of the spectrum, you really, really have to pray for teammates because there's a good chance you'll just face ex-plat players and just lose. You won't even be able to learn anything from it. It'll just be, oh, wow, look, there's the end. Oh, okay, I'm dead. Now, since it's a coin toss, a lot of people also like to just say, you know what, let's just troll. And at the start of the season, there's a lot of people that are just playing, not really thinking about anything and just queuing. Funny enough, I was actually playing and I was queuing and I've queued pretty much nothing but Widowmaker. I mean, Black Widow this whole season. It's been great. I think I've won 9 matches and lost 1. It's been really, really fun. But there are plenty of people that I've met, and actually, especially on the enemy team, I get in the lobby, they just quit. They just give up. There's so many throwers right now, and it's pretty similar to last season. There are people that are just like, well, it's at the start of the season. I'll get it back. Who cares? Which, I mean, games that have ranked resets, usually the start and the end are the worst because at the end, it's people saying, well, we're going to lose it tomorrow. At the start, it's people saying, we just started. Who cares? And then, oh my gosh, dude, especially because this game, the amount of people, every start of every season, that they're going to be playing nothing but the new character, it's going to be insane. I know you guys have seen it. Vanguard has never been such a popular role ever. This is the first time you'll see insta-lock Vanguards. Just like last season, everyone was an Invisigirl main, or Invisiwoman, or whatever. You guys get the idea. I had someone comment actually about that. It's like, did you just say Invisigirl? I don't know. I can't be calling out. Guys, Invisible Woman is on point. Invisible Woman has ult. Or Invis Woman. I could say Invisigirl, just Invisigirl. That makes it much easier. So, I mean, you guys get what I mean. But on top of all these reasons why not to play, one really good thing is that if you're lucky, since the matches are a coin toss, you can fly through the ranks with ease. Then you can almost get boosted past that because you're going to fly up the ranks. The people in the higher ranks are always, obviously, were higher ranks last season. Then, if you keep winning the coin toss, you can play terribly. You just keep getting the teammates that are better, that actually deserve their rank or whatever, or that are just like the pro players. Because even pros now, they're like, what, Diamond, 3? So, Diamond 3, all you gotta do is be Plat 1, Plat 2. Then you got to pray you get on like Tim the Tapman's team and you just get a good chance of winning. And this ties into all the reasons why you should play. And one of the funny ones is, and actually my friend did this, and he did it every season. Well, there's only been, 3 kind of. Start of season 0, this one, and the last one. But he would play right at the start of the season because it was easier to hit top 500. Like right now, top 500 is only like GM1, or what is it? GM3, that's what it's called. I get the numbers mixed up. Yeah, GM3 is top 500 right now. So you hit that, that's not too hard. And you can get an ego picture, be like, look guys, yeah, I'm top 500. Now, you might have to crop it a little bit. They see GM3, they'll be like, oh, okay, I see now. I see what you're doing. But who cares? No, everyone and their mother on YouTube is the rank 1 this, rank 1 that. So you can get away with what you want. Now, if you're going to play, one of the number 1 tips I could give you, and I've learned so much from it because I was looking through it the other night, trying to look through different VODs, and there was actually past coaching that I was looking at, and it was teaching me a whole bunch of stuff. I was finding different guides on making space, playing different roles, playing different characters, and actually, all of it I was looking at for completely free, and you can too for an entire month if you click my link in the description for Gosu Academy. And another benefit that Gosu Academy will actually help out with, and is a huge game changer for playing, bro, I cannot tell you how much easier the start of the season is with one teammate. Just one. And please don't be so afraid to make friends. If you get in a game, just give it a shot. Yo, Groot, after you're like, let's say you're Moon Knight, you just destroyed a whole enemy team and you're playing Groot. I mean, they're playing Groot. Hit him up. Yo, Groot, can we queue together? You want to QF this? Chances are a lot of people will say yes, especially if you stomped, because who doesn't like winning? So it's mutually beneficial. It's not just, oh, I'm being a weirdo, I'm asking to add this guy or whatever, or I'm mooching off of him because he was good. Just ask. Worst case scenario, well, worst case scenario can get pretty bad in voice chat, but quote unquote worst case scenario is they say no. We know that's never the worst they can say. Trust me. Yeah. I got a good taste of it earlier today. It's really funny. But please, get a teammate. Whether that be through Discord, in-game, whatever it is. Find one person at least that plays characters that work well with what you can play and cover the roles that you don't. Let's say you're really, really good at DPS and okay at Strategist, and they're really, really good at tank and okay at DPS. You guys can cover for each other. You guys can cover different spots, things like that. And this will eliminate that feeling of, well, maybe I get the good teammates, maybe I don't, because at least you got rid of one extra bad possible teammate. Because right now, if you play a game, and I've taught this before, you're the common denominator. Technically, every single game you play, you have a better chance of winning than the enemy team. And what I mean is, if you're good, that means there are only 4 chances on your team. Oh wait, no, this game's 6v6, right? Yeah, this game's 6v6. My bad. That means you have 5 chances. You have 5 chances for someone to be bad on your team. But the enemy team has 6 chances. And then if you add a teammate to it that you queue with, then there's only 4 chances for your teammates to be bad. But the enemy team has 6 still. And when you're queuing in any game, you want to keep that mentality, because if you don't, that's what leads to, I quit this game. I'm done playing. I'm sick of it. Because it goes from a chase of improvement, a chase of that grind, a chase of that rank, to a pity party almost. So many people I've talked to, it just becomes, woe is me, I just can't get better, I can't rank up, my teammates are so bad. Which, to a certain extent, I agree with you. I've had games, multiple games, where it just feels helpless. My team is just too bad for me to do anything. And almost no matter how good I play, it won't matter. But that's never fully true. There's always something more you could have done. And at least if you think about it that way, it allows you to keep control. Because if you don't keep control, what's the point in playing? Just everything feels like, oh, well, I hope the hands of fate, they smile upon me today. What's the fun in that? It's gonna be dreadful. Now, when you're queuing early, another huge benefit is you get to find out who all the OP characters are and team comps and even bugs and abuse them. You can abuse them so hard at the start of the season because everybody's lost. Emma Frost, for example, if you know how to throw your crystal at somebody and then switch to diamond form and insta-break it, you one-shot someone almost. And if other people don't learn that early on, it's the easiest wins of your life. Same thing with Moon Knight. I just played a few games of Moon Knight earlier. He's overpowered. I mean, his killing power feels so good right now. I've never been able to just 1v6 as hard as I can on him right now. And people hear 1v6 and they're like, oh, he's gassing it. The thing about Moon Knight is he's nerfed by his gigantic hitbox and low mobility. If you've ever hit somebody with your Ankh, then left-clicked and right-clicked right after, and then started left-clicking into it, they die instantly. And this was before the patch. With the patch now, they die so much more consistently, and it's almost impossible for them to react. But people aren't banning Moon Knight, because no one really sees crazy Moon Knight gameplay. Everyone's just like, oh, no aim, no brain, he's a Moon Knight main. But I have so many clips of even farming an ult in 10 seconds, throwing it on the team, getting 2 picks, and completely turning a fight around. And the good thing about him is, you don't have to value your ults too highly if you're good at Moon Knight. Because if you're good at Moon Knight, you will be consistently farming them. Because they're simple to farm, and he has one of 2 playstyles. Farming ult, assassinating, pretty much. Because you can kill any support, any player, almost instantly, and your ultimate you can farm in 5 seconds if you start shooting tanks or shooting into the group of people. And finding little advantages like this, which if you guys don't feel like finding them yourself, I'm going to give you 2 characters in each role that are pretty overpowered in Season 2 that you can be abusing. And the good thing is they usually don't get banned for the most part. So stick around for that. Or if you're watching this past Season 2, I don't know, dude, check my channel. I got new ones, probably. Now, before we start talking about banning, since, bro, banning is in gold now, which cool and not cool. Someone made a great point about bans, which is they commented and said it's great for initiating you into ranked or competitive play, which the good thing about it is you get to ban earlier, you get to get used to it. But I think what they said was you should start with one ban in gold, and then as you go up, it goes to 2 bans. Then as you get closer to eternity, it becomes the way it is in tournaments, a protected pick and bans. I think they should do that. And I think in the near future, they might, depending on what path they want to take this game down, because they seem like tournament play implemented into the game is pretty big. So if they're going to keep that, they definitely should implement some way for teams to practice. Oh, by the way, speaking of teams practicing, bro, they changed it down to duo queuing only in Eternity. First of all, great change for normal players, terrible change for pro play. Because how are they going to practice? How are teams going to practice? That's going to be really, really bad. It's going to be all stuck to custom games instead of practicing in game. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, and it affects like, what, 1% of players? So it's not super horrible, but I don't know. I think they should offer some way for people to 6-stack so that they're still able to practice, but they can't like still do the 4-stacking that they were doing or 3-stacking to really abuse the rank system. Because if you didn't know, a lot of people were climbing really easily because of it. They were queuing with good enough players that pretty much the team didn't matter as much, and they were queuing with small enough groups that they won't get put into terrible queues. For example, 6-stacking puts you in hell on earth queues because you only face 6-stackers. Anyways, I kind of veered off topic. Please use the avoid button. You can avoid, like, I don't know, is it 2 or 3 people? You can have 2 or 3 people avoid it at one time. And if you're queued with multiple people, you can have one person ban one or avoid one person avoid another. So when you get those throwers or whatever, even if you queue with them again, they're going to be on the enemy team. And hopefully they throw the enemy team's game too instead of yours. So you can abuse that, and it negates some of the terrible like experience that you'll get at the start of the season. Now on to bans. For bans, first of all, go to settings. I think it's in social. Scroll all the way down and hide your name. If you enjoy playing the game and playing the characters you like, hide your name. Because there are going to be freaks that will look you up, ban your character, or recognize you from the last game after you were on their team or whatever, and destroyed everybody on, let's say, Hella, then the next game ban your Hella. Please hide your name. If you like fun, if you like playing the character you want to play, just hide it. Just makes life so much more enjoyable. The amount of times I will one-trick Hella, drop like 40 kills, 3 deaths, and the next 3 games I end up queuing with similar people, or like one teammate from each team, and then I never get to play it again. Or someone has what's the thing that looks up your stats? Whatever it's called. Looks up your stats, sees that you have like 90% win rate on Hella and bans it. It's never fun. So hide it, please. And the next important part about banning is, please, for everything that's good, ban selfishly. If you're the best person at killing Spider-Man, but your brain shuts off against Black Panther, just ban him. Now, speaking of Black Panther, please don't play dive comp this season, especially solo queue. If you have teammates, sure. Solo queue dive comp is going to be dreadful. With the prevalence of Emma Frost, with the Thing, with Namor, with everything, you try to play dive, you're going to suffer. Now, I think it's possible still, and I think it's still great, but it's a lot of counters out there. And the counters are popular right now, which is really important. But let's say the symbiote map. Spider-Man's really annoying to face on that map. Ban him. Or you just know you're really good against Spider-Man on that map, but Groot gives you hell. Ban him. Ban what you don't like. Don't ban, oh, well, my teammates want to do the meta ban of Wolverine. Wolverine isn't that good anymore. He's good, right? But he's just, people I think now really know how to play around him and counter him. 5 seconds into the game, his passive is proc. Literally 5 seconds into it, someone on your team, if they're a good DPS, will proc his passive, make it so that if he tries to go in, he dies. And then that's it. It's the end of Wolverine. Now, of course, someone's going to comment, oh, well, if you play him like this or that, in most lobbies, he's really just not that good. He's pretty easily countered. So don't just do bans that, oh, well, this streamer doesn't like this or whatever. Ban what you need to ban. Ban what you're bad against specifically. Now, unfortunately, I used to sneak my bans. I didn't want my teammates to tilt and get mad at me. So when the timer would hit like 1 second or a little less, you were able to ban. And even if you slowed down the recording, it would not pop up. So I would hide my bans and sneak them like that and pray I get the 10% chance. Now, unfortunately, they give you another screen where you sit there for like 5 seconds looking at the bans, which that's a shame, dude. I can't sneak in Jeff bans anymore. Now, before we get to the characters you should play for Season 2 that probably won't get banned and are really easy to climb with, I think this is a good enough time to have the middle of the Yap session. And if you guys are new here, this is the part where I usually talk to the audience. And if you want to skip it, I always leave timestamps. Anyways, first of all, I want to thank you guys so much for, 42,000 subscribers? We're 42% of the way there. We're almost at my silver play button, which is insane, dude. It's so crazy to see that I'm almost there. Just, I think, 3 months ago, I was at 7,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to be part of the journey, make sure you subscribe. I don't know. Lately, it's been hard to make content. I've been spamming it out, but I just don't know what to make it about. I've been testing a lot, as you saw by tons of different videos, shorts now. Every little thing. Speaking of that, if you guys have any ideas of a series you would like me to make, please let me know, because I'm looking for something that isn't just me teaching you guys stuff or teaching you new information, because it's hard to always have new information, you know what I mean? Unless I just give you the basic content of, oh, here's Emma Frost, here's how to use her. That gets boring really fast. And I don't really want to have to make another YouTube channel so that I can have consistent uploads on different topics. So I'd like something that's in this topic. But if you guys want to support me, the best thing you can do is watch the video, like it, or just leave a good comment. Helps my videos do better, and especially if you share it to friends, that helps a ton. Oh, by the way, I have membership tiers on YouTube, so if you guys want to join that, there's nothing really special to it. It's just purely supporting. I just thought I'd mention it because I had a few people talk about, is there any way or to support or anything like that? I have that, but it's not really anything special, you know? But I love you guys. Let's get back to the video. Now, specifically for Season 2, I'm going to give you guys 2 characters in each role that are really good and probably not going to get banned every game. So first, DPS. Scarlet Witch, number 1. Bro, Scarlet Witch, first of all, isn't too bad last season, but no one played her right. If you guys have ever watched Cherry Cole FPS, he's pretty good at it. Well, obviously pretty good. He's like 1 above all or something, Scarlet Witch, so. And one of the number 1 things I've learned from a lot of good Scarlet Witch players is how often they're above you. Everyone else I see try to play Scarlet, they're sitting there playing on the ground, they're playing like they're playing Punisher. But you realistically should be above everybody. Your little bombs you throw, AoE. Your suction move, auto aims. Your stun, AoE. And if you've ever played high ground on an AoE character, it's always easier to hit it from above somebody. On top of that, you can terrorize teams because they have to always stress, oh god, is she there? Is she above me? What is she doing? And it makes you a menace, even a subconscious menace. People are always going to be thinking about you no matter what. Even if you're doing nothing, they're going to think, oh, is she starting to attack me now? Is she going to poke me now? And you could even play more of an assassination role where you're playing around your other DPS doing damage and you finish off kills. So play a lot of up and down game on people, so playing above them mostly, and using your shifts to get out of fights. Or you can just relocate, or whatever. What's the keybind for it? Shift, is it shift? Or whatever it is for controller 2. But your invisibility. Now for the second DPS, and I talked about him earlier, Moon Knight dude is insane. Now, yes, he's still really easy to kill. With Psylocke being more popular now too, good luck, dude. You're gonna get popped. But if you learn how to play above enemies, you're gonna destroy. How you play Moon Knight, in my opinion, or my play style, is playing on rooftops, playing on high ground, and waiting for an opportunity to throw my Ankh, throw a left click at the same time, or primary fire, and then throw my right click right after the primary fire comes out, which is your secondary fire, then following it up with primary fires again. This combo insta-kills 275s and 250. It's amazing. If they don't use an ability or get some kind of healing, they will die instantly. There's nothing you can do about it. But unfortunately, what I see most Moon Knights do is sitting far in the back, sitting behind the team, just chucking abilities, praying. I think he's much more aggressive than that. And I think that's why most people don't like him. You should be playing in their face and trying to master using your glide ability on and off to change your hitbox and change the rate at which you fall whenever you're running, because it'll throw people off. And then the other play style that you want to do depending on what the enemy team is doing is what I call farming ult play style, where you drop down and you play around where your tank is, a little behind him, obviously, or her, or whatever, and you play behind the tank and you start spamming damage, just chucking onks, chucking right clicks, chucking everything into the group, so you can get ult as fast as possible. And when you're about to get it, save your onk, save all your cooldowns, grapple up in the air a little bit, maybe pray for healing and ask somebody to heal you, drop ult on one or two people that don't have abilities to escape, don't just drop it on the whole team, because realistically, if you try too hard and save it too much for a perfect moment, you're going to save it, and you're never going to ult. With Moon Knight's ult, you want to do it fast, especially if the enemy team groups a lot. So grapple up, throw it down, and then throw your Ankh and chuck a right click or left click, right click into it as soon as you throw it. This will make it so that everyone will die with only one slam of your ultimate. If only one little hand drops and hits them, they'll all die. And remember, fights aren't about wiping the whole team. That's what clips are. Fights more are about getting one or two picks to give us the advantage, and Moon Knight gets his ult so fast that you can use it as just a fight winner on most fights. Now, for tank recommendations, first one is Penny Parker. She is going to be extremely oppressive in this meta. Now, the hard part about her is learning how to properly play her into different team comps. Now, there's a lot of guides on the internet to learn how to do it, but one of the best things I can tell you is depending on what you're facing, right? If your supports are dying a lot, just drop your nest on them, chuck a whole bunch of mines, do your own thing. If your team is doing all right and just needs a little bit of oomph, you can actually play the enemy team's backline, setting up your nest, setting up all your stuff, and just being a pain. Poking damage, pulling attention, throwing mines, just being really, really annoying, taking the attention from the enemy team to you off of your team. Now, realistically, this strat, in my opinion, only works in higher ranks, because if you try to just pull attention at lower ranks, all you're going to do is pull attention. Your team's going to do nothing with it. They're going to sit there like, wow, there's one Hulk sitting here, which means I can't push. He might do 50 damage. Oh no. So, I mean, just give up on it. Until you're like mid-elo, mid to high, give up on it, dude. Your teammates aren't going to do anything. And if they do, pray, thank everybody, bark, do whatever you got to do. Now, an easier character, or two easier characters to use, is Magneto Groot. Now, I'm putting them together because they're both amazing and they're usually played together. But Groot is a DPS and a zoner in tank form. Magneto is just a raid boss. He's just unkillable. He's a monster, dude. And oh, you wanna try and ult? You wanna try and do something? Oh, look, defensive ult, get slammed on. Then you just die. I mean, what are you going to do about that? So trying out those two is really powerful. Now, for Magneto, one of the biggest things I can give you as a tip is both of your abilities, your shield and your bubbles, don't use until absolutely necessary. Too many people take 5 damage and just, oh, shield, and then you're on cooldown. Now, your bubble you can use a little more sparingly on your teammates, or if there's a Hawkeye, for example, on the enemy team, the amount of damage your teammates can take very quickly changes, right? So if you're facing a very burst-heavy comp, you want to use your abilities earlier, but if you're not, save them for as long as possible. Stop using them at like 400 health, because you're just wasting them, and it's just making you lose, because 5 seconds later when you actually needed it, you don't have it. And I actually gave this tip to a Magneto I was coaching, and I think he went from Celestial 3 to Eternity. I can't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want my coaching, it's Medify in the link in the description. I've coached now 4 players from GM to Eternity, and I've coached over 120 players by now, maybe 150. It's been quite a bit, dude. So if you guys want to get my coaching, check out the link in the description, but you don't have to. You can get access to completely free group coaching at Gosu Academy, and the link is in the description too. Anyways, for supports, Luna Snow, Mantis, and sometimes Loki. Loki, I think, is extremely powerful to carry on and play on and everything. The issue with Loki is he's hard. The skill ceiling on Loki is insane. Just learning how to use your abilities, making yourself unkillable, the way to cycle abilities, everything is very, very hard. If you have time on your hands and you really want to maximize how much skill you can get and even make yourself a menace later on in the game, then definitely learn Loki. But if you don't want to learn Loki, Luna Snow and Mantis are amazing. First of all, great healer ults. Second of all, the chances of both of them getting banned is pretty low. And Luna Snow, she has great healing, great ultimate, damage boost that combos with quite a few characters. And when you're using her abilities, keep a few things in mind. First of all, with her clap ability, think about it as either saving yourself because it heals you, which you want to use that not as much for that because a lot of people pop it way too early and waste it. Another way to use it is think about it as a mini healer ult. When you're ulting, when you use that clap, you can get a ton of healing out really, really quickly, but a lot of supports waste it just because, oh, well, he's low, even though there's no immediate threat. You want to use it as, you can't keep up with the healing and they're taking too much damage, let me save everybody. Or, this guy's behind all these people, so I can't heal through everyone, so I'm going to pop it. Or something along those lines. Because those are really powerful abilities. And Cloak and Dagger has the same thing, like her bubble and her wall, stuff like that. And the freeze, one huge tip for the freeze. If there's a diver, wait for them to use their kit. Which means, let's say Spider-Man, his combo is pull in, uppercut, then maybe Venom team up. When he does the pull in, after it hits you or after he uppercuts, then you want to throw your snowball. Don't try and hit him while he's flying in or while he's flying by. Wait till he gets in an animation. Like Black Panther. When he just dashed, then throw the snowball. Or when he's doing the kick, throw the snowball. Because that one's slower. Things like that. Now for your ultimate, this goes for Luna and Mantis. Save your ultimate for countering enemy ults, doing a ton of healing that you just can't keep up with. And if you guys think you can win a team fight, if you just had a little bit extra something, for example, the whole enemy team is kind of low, but we just don't have the ability to push in like we need to, then you can pop it. But that last option is iffy. If you don't really know, just stick to the other two. Just stop saving it for 7 fights in a row. And the last thing for Mantis, the reason why I recommend her is now you can stack healing and damage boosts on people multiple times, making it so that there's a lot less micromanaging for her character. So you can pretty much just be a DPS that clicks a heal or damage boost button every few seconds. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, you're going to love this 44-minute video on everything I've learned from coaching people. And if you guys like free stuff, check out Gosu Academy in the description. I love you guys. Have a good one. God bless you.